And here we are live. It is 11:04 p.m. on Sunday. Sunday on the fifth day. So fifth day of NaNoWriMo. Yeah. It has been a long day. So I'll give you a little update of kind of an update of what's going on, I guess. First, we're going to make sure that we're streaming. So I'm going to go on to YouTube, get my notification. All right, let's see. Make sure I'm streaming here. I think it takes a minute to get streaming, so we're going to take a minute. Live now, NaNoWriMo. Takes a minute to get streaming. There we go. All right. So we have the stream going there. We are going to make sure that this stream is in as high definition as possible. 720, make sure it's in high definition so you don't see a blurry me. Yeah, so it took a while to get to the streaming tonight because or today, because I was working on some other stuff for the Str8 Legendary website, for Creative Extreme, just a lot of stuff. Str8 Legendary episode number 6 is almost finished editing. I think I'm actually going to begin exporting it now while I'm doing this session of NaNoWriMo. I don't know exactly how much work is going to get done tonight because, like I said, it's 11, and usually while, yes, I do like working at nighttime, with today's stream, or tonight, it's a little different because it's just been a really long day. Usually when I work at night is because, I was doing like some other things, but I usually get a little bit of downtime, and then I need a little bit of downtime, and then I'm able to say, okay, now I can work a little bit more this evening. But today has just been nonstop, go, go, go. So I'm gonna get a little bit of writing done tonight, but I don't know exactly how much. Before we do, I am going to announce to my Facebook friends, late night, let's write NaNoWriMo stream is live. Check it out on YouTube. Post. So that's posted there, and then we are also going to go and post to the Str8 Legendary website. I guess I could kill two birds with one stone and post it one place and share it the other place, but I'm just trying to get as much out as possible, get it in as many places as possible. So just in case someone out there wants to watch me, is NaNoWriMo day 5. Day 5 live stream is up on YouTube. Check it out. So, all right. So now I am 81 followers on Str8 Legendary now know that late night Rimo is going on. A little over 1,500 friends on my Facebook page. know that NaNoWriMo is going on, or almost 1,500 pages, 1,500. And I'm sure half of those people are either no longer on Facebook, and the other half are like, oh, what is going on? Why is this? Why am I getting notification about my boy Steph streaming? Okay, so all right. Yeah, so been editing episode, been putting the final touches on the editing of the episode. Been plugging my laptop here because if I don't plug it in and I start trying to export video, the battery is going to run completely dry. So we're gonna get that on there. Okay. So there we go. When we left off. So yeah, so I was editing a video. So that took some time. Preparing some work for the Creative Extreme website. Trying to get some new content up on the Creative Extreme website by the end of this week. So we're working on that. So we'll see. It's been slower going than I would like, simply because I haven't had as much time as I would have liked to dedicate to some of the Creative Extreme website stuff, and that's because we're doing some other Creative Extreme stuff behind the scenes, preparing to get some things going there. But still gotta update that website. We still have readers who are looking for new stuff, so I want to do it. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. I might try and do a few. I'm gonna probably spend most of the session kind of reading back through it, because like I said, I'm really tired tonight, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make some coherent thoughts. So I might read through it with you guys a little bit. Normally, honestly, if I wasn't doing this NaNoWriMo thing, I would have just packed it up and not worked on this tonight. I would have just gone ahead and finished exporting my video that I did for Str8 Legend, the new Str8 Legendary episode that I want to release tomorrow. So actually, while we're doing this, I am gonna set it up to get it exported. I think it's completely ready for export. Because this video, it's gonna take a little more than an hour to export, so I could be doing two things at once, streaming this and exporting at the same time, trying to be as efficient as possible because it is after 11 o'clock. I am a notorious night owl. Well, I guess notorious means that it's well known. Most people who know me, I guess, know that I'm a night owl. And tomorrow, while I don't have a lot of meetings that I really need to be super alert for, first of all, I should get into bed at the normal hour because I shouldn't be staying up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I got to get up with my kids at 6:30 to make sure that they're off to school because my wife will not be home since she's working overnight shift. So I will be responsible. So I can't be getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep and be a functioning adult tomorrow. Although I don't have a lot of meetings tomorrow where I have to be really super alert. But I do need to do some writing, of course. I need to service some of my clients. I need to do some stuff for the Creative Extreme. And I then have a couple of appointments. I have a couple of doctor's appointments tomorrow. So I don't have to be totally super awake for those. So I guess, I don't have to be totally super awake for those. But I am trying to get a workout in tomorrow. So I definitely can't get a workout in after sleeping only 3 to 4 hours. So this is the constant struggle for me as someone with a family, three children, a lovely wife, and trying to do this writing thing and being a writer slash creator uh, generally, and I might be making a really wide, stupid um, generalization, but um, my experience is that creators keep strange hours. We are uh, is that we keep strange hours. So, um, how do I continue to keep writing, keep trying to, be a creator while also um, exercising? While also exercising, and it's like what I would love to do is on some of these nights be able to just stay up to 3 or 4 o'clock just hacking away, but then I wouldn't be very functional in the gym tomorrow. So how do I balance that? How do I feel like I'm getting stuff accomplished writing and thinking about writing and conceptualizing writing while I also want to get some exercise. So because one of the things about writing and creating is that I spend a lot of time sitting at a chair at a desk, and if I just do that for days and weeks and months and years on end, like I have done in the past, a couple of years ago, I sat every day mostly writing. I would get up I would sit 6, 7 hours a day before getting out of my chair to you know do stuff with my kids as they came home from school or anything like that. And then I would, after they went to bed, I would sit back down in my chair and I would type to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning or work on stuff to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I would get up at 6 or 7 o'clock, help my kids get out the door for school, drop them off. They were younger back then, drop them off, and then go and sit down and type some more. And I would literally go from sitting to a few hours of running around and having activities with my kids and dinner with my kids and spending some time with them. And as soon as they were back in bed, um, on some nights I would spend time with my wife and we would watch a movie or hang out and everything like that. But on a lot of nights I would sit right back down on my computer and then I would begin to type again, and then it was just a vicious cycle. So after quite a few, after quite some time doing that over and over again and everything, I decided that my body was just starting to feel like a big mass of inactivity. So I started to start working out, playing some hoops, joining the gym, and when so now I try to work out between 2 and 4 times a week, so which is better than nothing. Um, and so I've worked out one time this week, so I have to try and get it there definitely tomorrow or the next day. So I'm not going to stay up too late. But yeah, but then when I started working out, it cut my writing time down a bit and my creative time down a bit. So it's a struggle. This is an everlasting struggle trying to figure out ways to write, stay active, spend ample time with my family, and then of course take some time for myself to just chill out and relax. Yeah, it's a struggle. So and then other life stuff comes up. So, but hey, we do what we got to do, right? I'm not going to get all the way into all of that right now, because we do have to do some writing. So, Anyway, let's see if we can get like just even if we just get a couple of sentences down. Oh, all right, let's see. Captain Infinity, the rise, fall, rebirth, and future demise of Super Earth 1. Oh, we have a comment here. Yeah, I'm gonna respond to it on Facebook. Mm, mm. This is the first year I've done it. And so it is going really well. Even if the going is a little slow. All right. Okay, so Cynthia, the rise, fall, future demise, and the rise, fall, rebirth, the rise, fall, rebirth, and future demise of Super Earth 1. Cynthia, age 15, brown skin, natural hair, relaxed clothing, sits in a ninth grade classroom with 20 other students as Mr. Timmerman, oozing with eagerness, addresses the class. Everyone leans and addresses the class. Addresses the class. Addresses the class. Everyone leans in with anticipation, except Cynthia. Hope you had a wonderful summer. Now it's time to get back to work. Responding to some comments. Hope you all had a wonderful summer vacation. Now it's time to get back to work. I don't love this line, but we're first drafting, so we'll come back to it. You grab a small remote and activates a huge smartboard at the front of the classroom. Welcome to the first future history class ever taught here in the United States. Mr. Timmerman clicks another button and several depictions of I could almost just get rid of this and just have this as the first line to be really impactful as the first thing spoken in this script. Welcome to the first future history class ever taught here in the United States. We wouldn't have to know exactly that it was summer vacation, but anyway, we'll see. Welcome to the first future history class ever taught here in the United States. Mr. Timmerman clicks on another button and several depictions of future historical events appear on the board. We see wars, presidential speeches, new inventions, and space missions. Space missions. There's an old saying that goes, those who do not learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. Well, now things are different. The teacher clicks the device again and the image of it. So this might change a little bit because later on, we'll figure out a way to reconcile it. Later on in the script, Cynthia is going to talk about how they don't learn from the past. So maybe we keep it there because the teacher is spouting out this this saying, but he hasn't even. Oh, I gotta write something on my whiteboard. Hold on, just a second. Sorry, guys. I can't. I have to remember it. I have to write it now so I remember it. Okay, there we go. Wrote that down. The creative mind, spiderwebbing. My creative mind, spiderwebbing. Well, now things are different, so we can reconcile as she blows up about them not learning from their mistakes. The teacher clicks the device again, and the image of a pristine futuristic city appears. Not only can we learn from the past, but now we can also learn from the future. It's truly an incredible time to be alive. A student raises her hand. Yes, Arika? So the stories are true. We really have time travelers living among us? Cynthia drops her eyes and tries to remain as still as possible. She has no patience or desire for what's coming next. Yes, in fact, we are fortunate enough to have one sitting right here in its very classroom. Cynthia? The entire class turns to look at her. She keeps her eyes glued to the desk. Her face is dripping with incredulousness. Her classmates immediately pepper her with questions. Oh my God, seriously? You've been to the future? What's it like? Do you know how we're all gonna die? Do the dinosaurs come back? Are there aliens in the future? Okay, everyone, settle down. The teacher successfully quells the students, though there is still a low, excited murmur. Let's open our textbooks and dive in, shall we? The students, shall we? The students eagerly retrieve their books and open them up. Mr. Timmerman, let's go to chapter 33. Cynthia suddenly looks up at Mr. Timmerman with a tinge of shock in her eyes. The teacher tosses a reassuring smile back at her. So this is a special chapter because it speaks about the chronobomb. Mr. Timmerman clicks his remote, and the smartboard display changes to a depiction of Earth, but with a massive explosion emanating from its surface, and what looks like a continent-sized crater prominently featured. Cynthia stares straight ahead with the look of someone who has seen an army of ghosts. Most future historians agree that this is the most catastrophic disaster that the world has ever seen, or will ever see. Mr. Timmerman changes the display again, this time showing the ruins of a city, perhaps New York. Over 10 billion people died. That's crazy. Yes, it is. What's crazier is that people from the past, the present, and the future all perished simultaneously. Mr. Turek. Oh, yawn. Mr. Timmerman clicks the remote again and another image appears. This time we see a virtual representation of a timeline. The chronobomb caused our timeline to twist and fracture in dozens of places. The horror on Cynthia's face is increasing. Is it true that some people died twice? Unfortunately, that is the case. If you read down to the fourth paragraph, you'll see a 100-year span. You'll see a 100-year span in which 7 timeline fractures occurred. It's the most in any. Mr. Timmerman clicks another button and the board changes to show the timeline of a 100-year span between the years of 2254 and 2354. There are markers indicating fractures all throughout. A woman named Pilar Santiago lived during the period and was swept up in the chronobomb 4 times. A chorus of oohs and ahs rise from the students. Cynthia's anger continues to rise as well. Let's just say anger rises as well. Once when she was 37 years old, again when she was 65 years old, another time when she was 90 years old, and then finally when she was just an infant, barely 6 months old. Ugh, that must have sucked. Yeah, to die 4 times, that's 4, not 4. That's the worst. Yes, it sucked for a lot of people, not just Miss Santiago. The effects of the chronobomb have echoed across the space-time continuum. It's true, my family lives in the valley. We feel the shaking all the time. Yeah, us too. I know, so scary. Ah, yes, the chronoshocks. If you turn to chapter 2, the students, save Cynthia, eagerly flip the pages in their textbook. There's a list of the top 20 shocks ever recorded. The biggest one registers at 9.7 on the Kappa scale. And here's the thing, that shock hasn't even happened yet. More oohs and ahs from the students as an excited murmur overtakes the class. Cynthia's anger is reaching a boiling point. Let's see. After a moment, a hand goes up. Mr. Timmerman? Yes, Hector. What exactly caused the chronobomb? No one knows for sure. He pauses, then maybe Cynthia could tell us. A hush falls over the classroom as the entire as a hush falls over the classroom as the entire class looks at her. Let's say a hush falls over the classroom as every single student looks at her with bated breath. Cynthia's eyes are practically red and her ears might as well be steaming as she stares a hole to Mr. Timmerman's skull. The teacher barely acknowledges her anger and returns. Do Mr. Timmerman's skull. The teacher barely acknowledges her anger and returns a wide, encouraging smile. Come on, Cynthia, tell us. Come on, Cynthia, tell us. Do you know what caused the chronobomb? There's a long, pregnant pause, and finally, Cynthia opens her mouth. You did. Mr. Timmerman taking it back. Excuse me? You did, Mr. Timmerman. You caused the chronobomb. She suddenly stands and explodes with anger, berating and pointing at her fingers. And so did you, and you, and you, and you. All of you are responsible. All of you did this. The students are startled by her sudden outburst. Mr. Timmerman attempts to regain control of the situation, but the paste is already out of the tube. You sit here and you talk about it like it's already happened and we're past it, but we're not. It's happening right now. It's always happening. There are people who are suffering horrible, painful deaths over and over and over again, and you people are reading about it in books, reading about it in books like it's some kind of fairy tale. It's a nightmare. Cynthia, please calm down. Calm down? How can I calm down? They know what caused the bomb. They've known all along, but they refuse to do anything about it. They who? They refuse to listen to us. They refuse to listen to those of us who've been there, those of us who've seen it. Let's see. All right. So that's what we have so far. Okay. As I intimated before, I'm a little tired, so I don't know if I'm actually going to. I did a tad bit of editing there. I don't know if I'm actually going to. I don't think I'm going to actually write some more, and I might just end it here. There's only been about a half an hour, but I might just end it here because it's late and I'm tired, and I need to do this. So, I need to export this video, which I need to double check just to make sure it is ready to go, and then begin the exportation process. All right. Okay, guys. Well, apologies for the short stream tonight. Yeah, it's not going to be productive tonight, so I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to get some rest, and hopefully I'll be back with at least the hour stream tomorrow, where I can actually put a little bit more on paper. And yeah, but I do feel good because of the fact that I managed to get a stream up for 5 days in a row, even if it was just a little something and not much. But yes, did manage to stream again for the 5th day. So that's good. And I would encourage everyone out there that who's working on a project, write every day, even if you are blaringly tired, like I am tonight. Even if you don't actually do actual new content, sometimes this would be a great time, just like I did just now. Just read back through what you already have, or read back through a portion of what you have, make little tweaks here and there. That counts as writing too. No, I'm not. I didn't do a full edit job, and I'm still working on this Google Doc, which doesn't do script writing format. If you don't know why I'm doing NaNoWriMo as a script instead of a actual novel, this is a graphic novel script. So you can go back to the previous episodes and kind of listen to some of the explanations and how I talk through that. I'll talk about it more throughout the month, but for now, check that out. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. But yes, like I was saying, even if you're not actually writing new content, look at your story. If you're especially, writing that first draft, just look at it so you can, mull it around in your head some more and everything. We'll talk later in the month about taking a step back from your story and not looking at it for a few days or a few weeks or whatever, and then revisiting it. But that's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're in it to win it. So look at your story every day, work on it every day in some capacity, and we'll go from there. All right, guys and gals, thank you very much for joining me for checking out day 5 of NaNoWriMo 2019, the Str8 legendary Captain Infinity live stream. Shout out, as always, to the Creative Extreme, to the Str8 legendary subscribers, and to everybody watching out there. Shout out to all my friends who are continuing to support, all of my new friends who are jumping on and checking out the stream. If you haven't yet, subscribe to Str8 Legendary, subscribe to the Creative Extreme. Check it all out. New videos, new content coming as often as possible, especially for this month, November. Str8 Legendary is releasing this stream every day, so check that out. Shout out to the Christopher Isaacs Society. Check that out. You can check it out. I feel like I'm saying check it out like a million times right now. You can see that on the Creative Extreme website, and also at the Christopher Isaac Facebook page, Instagram, and the website. It's the TCIS website, which I believe is ChristopherIsaacSociety.com. So look for more original stories coming out in the Creative Extreme. Whisper episode 1 is up, done by story created by me and concept created by me, with help from a couple of other incredible writers who are helping me develop a story and are writing a story. The first one is up there. It was written by Faye, so check that out. A new short story is coming to the Creative Extreme website by my business partner and co-writer, Christopher Ikpo. So check that out when it's coming. I'm sure I'll announce it here. You can also see it if you subscribe to the Creative Extreme website. So I think I've spent as much time plugging other pieces of writing as I have working on this writing, but it's part of it. Part of what helps me continue to work on this is the other things that myself, my company, and my other creative partners are working on. I mean, we gotta push each other. We gotta push each other. We gotta make it happen. So, it helps me to stay inspired. So try not to write in a vacuum, y'all. try to connect with other writers, whether it's online, whether it's in person. They help you, they keep you going, they keep you motivated. All right, guys. So I'm actually am gonna officially get out of here now. So thanks for joining me on this live write on this episode of Straight Legendary Live Writing, the Captain Infinity Saga, NaNoWriMo 2019. And I'll see you next time. The legend grows. Huzzah.